is directed by Jim DeCornow and stars Garance Mariller, and is the most recent coming-of-age cannibal movie. Okay, so if you're a horror fan, you have heard of Raw or Grave. It's called both, but everyone has heard about this movie if you're any type of a horror fan. Sort of like The Void or The Devil's Candy, it was that movie that came out a long time ago in a ton of film festivals and just blew everyone away. But Raw was one of those movies that gave people barf bags when they went into the theater. Obviously, that is a pretty ballsy entrance because people are going to expect a lot out of you. And if I received a barf bag at my showing, I probably would have expected a lot more. Because Raw, it really has what it wants. It does what it can. But it really doesn't go as far as it should. And that's really the only issue I have with Raw, is it should go further, but it stylishly stays in the safe zone. And for most, that will piss off, but for me, I thought that it was perfectly inept to go just as far as it went. Because it was perfect, because it's about a girl finding out that, hey, I'm a cannibal. She's not gonna go off and rip someone's face off. No, she's gonna like take a few nibbles out of a finger, and that's it. And from beginning to middle and end, Raw is a beautiful masterpiece. It is one of the best horror films I have seen all year, and trust me, that is saying something because I have seen a lot of horror movies this year. Even though I cut my cornea right before I saw this movie, it was still worth it to sit through with a hurt eye. And do not let the subtitles, because I think it's in Italian, do not let the subtitles get to you. Subtitles are nothing. This is why foreign cinema and foreign horror, they're just overpowering American because they just have more imagination. They have a lot less to work with and they make more out of the less. And Raw has amazing performances, completely just gore fest at the end, and a haunting and completely amazing final scene. This is a movie for vegetarians and vegans everywhere. Like, this movie is gonna go down in history as that movie you can show your vegan friend and just kind of support them being vegetarian. Because this movie is so messed up. It is so good, and it's actually very disturbing just right from the start. Even though the marketing for this movie was a little edgy, saying that people were passing out in the aisles, like, no they were not. This movie is nothing. I don't get why movies do that. Like, Green Inferno did it so hard, and Green Inferno just flopped, and the movie Bite wasn't gross at all. So I was a little disappointed to see that a ton of places were really marketing this movie off of how they gave people barf bags, and it's not that kind of movie that you're gonna see and you're gonna pass out. This is just an amazing horror film without the gore. It has amazing gore, don't get me wrong, it has beautiful practical effects, and the final scene is so great, and it is one of those endings that just lingers with you after you leave the theater. And let me just talk about the score for this movie. The score is beyond amazing. It reminds me a ton of It Follows. It's just gonna be that score that stays in your head and that you have playing on loop and that you put in your little short films. It knows when it wants to end. It knows when it wants to stop being bloody and be a story. It has great pacing, minimal issues, and just all around a great movie, and has an amazing story. And this is one of the best foreign films of the year, and also one of the best horror films of the year.